What is going on, folks? I am Goat, and welcome back to Warframe tutorial. I think this will be, what, part 7, I think? So, look. Resources, right? Resources. Everybody's always worried about where to find the best resources, and as much as Wikipedia loves to tell us where we should go, which sometimes is actually pretty accurate and sometimes is not, I'm going to give you some of my locations. It's actually from one of our newest clan members, Grr. He's an older player who's come back to the game and completely restarted, right? Completely restarted on a new PC profile because he used to be console only, which is great. To me, I think that that's absolutely phenomenal. Just because it kind of gives, that new perspective. He hasn't played in years, so it gives him a whole new perspective of the damage scales, so on and so forth. So I think it's pretty cool. So we're not going to go over every fucking resource in this game. Wikipedia is pretty accurate with a fair amount of fucking things, to say the least. There are some things, specific things, that are kind of a fucking lie. Okay? And it's not like a bold-faced slap you in the mouth, slap your mama kind of lie. It's more of a, the drops aren't quite as good as you think kind of lie, right? Oricon cells, perfect example. You can get Oricon cells from basically almost any Grenier mission, as long as it's as there are Grenier. You can get Oricon cells from infested missions, dark sector missions, things of that nature. Entirely possible. Happens quite frequently, actually. Draco used to be a real favored spot for it, and you can still get them at Draco. Let's go take a peek at the star chart, right? Let's take a peek at the star chart. So, like, Cirrus used to be like one of your favored spots to go get Oricon cells, right? You could go to Draco, you could go to Gabi. That's another, well, let's not look at the steel path first of all. Let's just look at the base origin system. There we go. Yeah. It's a dark sector style mission, so you're talking about infested taking over Grenier's ship, so your resource drop chance goes up immensely. So any of your dark sector style missions are good. Anything with a bonus resource drop chance, you're always going to have a better opportunity for. But Cirrus is not actually your best location anymore, right? Like, Cirrus used to be the spot, just like either Railjack or infested missions going after the ancient disruptors and ancient healers. You could get were they cubic diodes, I think, little blue boxes, whatever the hell those things were. But either way, you could get those from infested missions easily as fuck. Like, sorry, I'm over here drooling. You'd have the things falling out of your ass running at Europa instead of running Railjack missions like crazy, if that was the only thing that you needed. They since kind of changed that around to where they don't drop near as good. But, like people hunting for neural sensors, hunting for, polymer bundles, hunting for hexanon, oxium, all of these things, right? Like all of these things. These are all corpus drops, right? Corpus drops. Hexanon is specifically a Jupiter corpus drop. But literally one of the best farming locations, at least that I've come across thus far on Jupiter, to actually get all of them is here, IO. Now, that is not what Wiki tells you. That's the funny thing. Wiki will tell you a few different other locations. Like, I'm just going to look right here. It's going to tell you that your best location is Elara. Where is Elara? Elara's right motherfucking here. So, the survival. Okay? It's going to tell you the dark sector defense, which is Sinai. That I would agree with. Good drop chance, okay? For neural sensors, okay? Good drop chance just because your resource drop chance goes up. Dark sector style mission. Themisto, which is the Alad V assassination, the Alad V Zanuka assassination. And then the Camarilla dark sector survival. Okay, so I would agree that Camarilla and Sinai are two decent locations. Okay, now just proof positive that RNG is truly a thing, though. Do take into account that although the drop chance is a drop chance is a drop chance, at the same time you have to take into account that dark sector missions aren't a guarantee. Okay, they're not a guarantee, even with the increased resource drop chance that you are going to get the item you're looking for, because neural sensors are a rare drop. Hexanon is an uncommon drop. Oxium is just from Oxium Osprey, so it's a pretty common drop as long as you can catch the little ospreys. The reason that I like IO, it's not dark sector, right? So you're like, what? Okay, I was not meaning to do that. Oh, shut up, Oliver, you piece of shit. Anyway, the reason I like IO is this. If you go in with a full squad of 4, you will get 4 Oxium Osprey per round. Okay, so per wave, you will get 4 Oxium Osprey. So as long as you don't let the little bastards kamikaze into the fucking walls, you will get 4 Oxium drops, guaranteed. Hexanon, you usually get, at least on average, you usually get at least 1 Hexanon drop per wave. Okay, neural sensors are a little bit hit or miss. One time you'll go in and you'll get like 2 in a 20 wave round. The other time you might get 8 to 10, might even get upwards of 12 to 15. I've seen it before without a booster. Okay, now I know for a fact that Gur and Monster went to Camaria. They ran 20 fucking minutes and got 1 motherfucking neural sensor. Welcome to RNGesus. This is how it happens. But you can literally farm 4 fucking resources that are of wide need early in the game from 1 location. The problem is it's fucking on Jupiter, so you usually need somebody to drag you there if you're low level and you haven't gotten to this point yet. But IO, great location for Oxium, for Hexanon, for polymer bundles, and for neural sensors. My personal farming location for said items. Orkin cells, nanospores, plastids. Helen, welcome to it, Helen. Again, you got to get to Saturn. But Helen, defense. I mean, granted, you can go to Pacinus. It does work because, again, dark sector mission, 20% drop chance, and they're not all 20% drop chance, but 20% increased resource drop chance. But personally, Helen, if you just stay there for 20 fucking waves, you're gonna have that. You're gonna have polymer bundles and nanospores falling out of your fucking ass, or not polymer bundles. You're gonna have nanospores and plastids just literally falling out of your ass because they drop from almost every fucking enemy that you kill, it seems like at times. And Orkin cells are hit or miss, but this is literally one of the most favored fucking locations for a lot of people because it's just a simple defense. It's that elevator one that you've seen me do time and time again, because Helen and Hydron are the same map. Hydron being on Sedna. Now, Hydron doesn't have the Orkin cell drop rate that Helen does, surprisingly. But Helen is one of the more favored locations to get Orkin cells. Now, that being said, what does Wiki say? Wiki says go to Cirrus at Lex, which is a capture mission. Okay. Cirrus Exta, assassination mission. Okay. Cirrus Gabi. Remember, I already said that one. And then Saturn Pacinus. Right? Like, I did say this mission, and that is not a lie. This mission actually does drop them, but because it's a rare drop, there's no real major level of consistency to it, to where Helen, at least, it's popular. So if you need a full squad, you're going to get, a full squad of support here, to where Pacinus, not so much. Not like some people will run it frequently, some people don't. Which one is easier? Pacinus. It really is way easier. It's infested. I mean, as long as you can handle the toxin procs and potential parasitic eczemas, and the ancient healers and ancient disruptors that might sap your energy completely if you let them fucking throw their tether at you, you'll be fine. So yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Okay. Circuits is another one a lot of people have problems with. I can tell you right now, hands down, without fucking question, go to Gabi. That's where I farm circuits every time. Still to this day, I will farm circuits here because you will have them falling out of your ass. It's not an uncommon drop at all. It's actually really fucking common here. So yeah, that's kind of a thing. Control modules. Okay, control modules and argon crystals. That's one that everybody gets frustrated as fuck about, because for one, argon crystals have a 24-hour decay rate, which is annoying. Everybody still says it's fucking annoying. I think it's personally kind of fun because it makes you really kind of think about using them. So either using them for Helminth if you're doing invigorations, or sacrificing Warframes, and you got to feed Helminth, or if you are building stuff, you got to really kind of target farm when you're going to use this shit. So it's a decaying item. So anywhere in the void is going to have control modules and is going to have argon crystal. There's no doubt about it. There will always, I have yet to find one single fucking map on anywhere in the void that doesn't have at least one argon crystal formation. Okay, much less argon does drop from enemies as well. But personally, my preferable favorite location, okay, hands down, because I like having time. I like having time to kind of bounce around, hunt around, look around, check all the rooms, get the extra goodies. But circuits drop from enemies. Okay, easy peasy. It's supposed to be a more rare drop, but I swear to God, you will go in with these things falling out of your ass. It's no big deal. Go to Ani. Okay, 20 to 25 survival corrupted. Basically go in and do, you know, Grenier style damages. Trust me, you will whip ass and take names. But circuits and argon, circuits are the more abundant. I will tell you that without question. Circuits are absolutely the more abundant of the two. Argon is the very rare drop per se, as far as definitely from enemies, but on average, like if you go in with a Necros, or if you go in, God help you, a Hydroid, and back yourself into a corner, which is, Hydroid does work. Okay, Hydroid works very well for this, but you just have to find a good spot, and you have to understand that if, you know, one of the corrupted nullifiers shows up, it's fucking game over for your pilfering swarm. So or you can go in Korra. Either way, any one of those three frames, you can go in and you will get argon to drop typically within the first 5 minutes, so you're not even going to normally spend that much time there. But you will come out in a, let's say, a 10 or 15 minute run. You should come out with, relatively speaking, somewhere between 2 and 8 argon crystals, and probably, I don't know, somewhere in the range of 20 to 25 circuits. You know, not bad at all. You know, I mean, there's a ton of other resources in this game. There really is. But my preferable locations, as I've just shown, you know, are pretty simple. I mean, like, you're going to see all sorts of shit. Anomaly shards. That one's easy at the Anomaly. In Veil Proxima, simple. You can see argon crystals right there. That was literally last night. One run in a void. And I fed 2 of them to Helmuth because I did an invigoration. You know, alloy plate, widely abundant. Not a problem. Let's see here, what else? Carbides railjack drop. Basically every fucking locker you open or every Eximus that you kill, you're going to get carbides. Simple as that. We already talked about circuits, okay, I'm sorry, I said circuits, I meant control modules from the void. Sorry about that. Control modules are one of the rare drops from the void, not circuits. Circuits come from Gabi, because I'm stupid. I think I probably said it twice anyway. Yeah, cubic diodes. Those used to fall like just hotcakes. I mean, you can see I still have a shit ton of them. Detonite injectors. Detonite ampules are something that drop from Grenier enemies. Okay. Mutagen samples. That's actually another one a lot of people have problem with. We'll talk about that one in a second. Ferrite is it's Grenier or corrupted. So a lot of the maps have ferrite. Hexanon, you can see I have a shit ton of Hexanon, which I'm sure somebody has, like, you know, I don't know, 150,000 more, which is fine. You know, Isos is a railjack drop. You know, gyromag systems, well, you can get in a few different places. Comms is, you know, railjack. Kuva is, Kuva is like Kuva siphons and shit like that, you know, and Kuva floods, or doing Kuva liches and doing thralls. Let's see here. Yeah, see, mutagen samples. See, I need to get a lot more mutagen samples. A lot more. Narmer isoplast is from Narmer bounties. Neural sensors, I have plenty of those. Nitane is one that you get from Nightwave. Okay, you get those from Nightwave. Even after spending and feeding Helmet the shit ton of Oricon cells, I still have 3,300 of those fucking things. Let's see here. What else do we got? Salvage is easy. Salvage is stupid easy. It's basically everywhere. God almighty. Climbing up to that 500 on Steel Essence, baby. Tellurium. That's another one. So we have mutagen samples and Tellurium. To talk about. Titanium's easy. That used to be a pain in the ass. Now it's easy. You're gonna see some stuff in here. You're gonna be like, what? Like, oh, you know, the Yagwam's stomach and the fucking traumas on anthroplast and shit like that. Fish parts. Go fishing. Wiki ain't gonna lie to you on that. I'll tell you right now. All right. Mutagen samples. Mutagen samples fall from infested. Okay, quite specifically, just go here. Just go here and run the survival. Run 20 to 30, 40, even 50, maybe an hour. You know, just run it. Just run the mission. Okay, do your job. Mutagen samples fall from infested. You will collect the items from the infested, especially if you do like the, you know, the whole filthy casual steel essence farming like I do. Just go to this fucking mission instead of going to Malva, you know, because there's no point in the Malva is a dark sector, so it's a different style to where mutagen samples you need to go more like Eris or Deimos. You're getting a much more consistent drop rate, but this particular survival is a pretty good payout for mutagen samples. Okay, so no big thing there. Tellurium. Huge bitch about Tellurium because Tellurium just never wants to seem to drop. And if you go by wiki, you will never get it to drop the way you want it to. Tellurium is a either Arcwing mission drop, very, very rarely drops on Arcwing missions, but it does drop on Arcwing missions, or it's Grineer Sea Labs. So basically anything on Uranus or Mariana at Earth. Okay, now the drop rate at Mariana at Earth sucks assholes, so don't go there. Just fucking go here. Go to Ophelia on Uranus. You need Tellurium, that's where you need to go. Now, some people will make the argument, oh my god, why? Well, I need Tellurium for Warframes when I'm, Mastery rank 3 and I'm nowhere near Uranus. I get that. You can go to Mariana and grind your dick in the dirt. But if you got any high level or higher level friends, or at least high enough level friends that are up to Uranus, just have them take here. Just run it, trust me. You don't need farming frames to get it. Is helpful. Necros or Korra, best two choices personally. Hydroid does work. Okay, Hydroid does work because there's a lot of good dead end kind of bottleneck, kind of like I do with my filthy casual, acolyte farming. You can do the same thing with Hydroid. This is actually one of the few maps where Hydroid is like fucking king of the farming range because you don't need to be 360 degrees. You just need to cap off the end of a hallway and let all the enemies come to you. It's basically cap off the end of the hallway and have a nice fucking day. Let them run into the tentacles, have the resources beat the shit out of them, have a good deal. Farming frames are good. Truthfully, you can literally go in with a base Vauban and just flechette the shit out of the fucking map and just stand there for 20 minutes and you're going to come out with somewhere in the range of 4 to 12 of these motherfuckers in 20 minutes. Typically. I'm not guaranteeing shit, okay, but I'm saying that it does work, okay? So these are just my preferred farming locations. Yes, once you're at the Seal Path, you do get better resource, drop amounts. So you can absolutely refarm these locations and things in such a manner. You'll probably have to change your tactics a little bit so you don't fucking die. But yeah, I mean, these are my preferred farming locations, especially on the base star chart side of things, to make your life just a touch easier. If you got any questions about it, ask me below. And aside from that, thanks very much for watching. As always, we'll catch you in the next one, all right?